Hello my friends. In today's video, I'm going to share the step-by-step process of building this incredible non-traditional Tantō knife. If this video is helpful for you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll start from a ready-made profile, cut from a 1070 steel bar, with 6 mm thick. However, the whole process also applies to forged blades or Damascus steel. The first grinding will be on the back of the blade. It's interesting to take advantage of the blade being flat to adjust the angle of the back grind. I start the grinding with coarse sandpaper and gradually move to finer grits. Now, I'm going to grind the blade's grind line. At this stage, I do a coarser grind, ensuring that the cutting edge of the blade doesn't get too thin, which reduces the risk of warping during heat treatment. After heat treatment, we return to this step to further refine the grind. After grinding on both sides of the blade, it's time to do the file work, where I make adjustments in the region of the blade that will be fitted into the guard. I position the file guide precisely where the guard will be fitted and adjust the thickness of the tang to be slightly thinner than the blade. I focus only on the region near the ricasso and carefully finish the rest of the tang on the grinder. On the grinder, I do the final tang grinding, gradually reducing the thickness towards the end of the tang. I use a file guide to protect the ricasso area where we did the filing work. With all these steps completed, I begin the heat treatment, the process that gives hardness to the blade. Each type of steel requires a specific heat treatment protocol. In my case, I'm using 1070 steel and the protocol I use is as follows. I start with normalizing the blade, which aims to refine the steel grains. I heat the blade to a temperature of 825 degrees Celsius and let it cool slowly. This process is repeated 3 times. Now, the blade is ready for quenching, the stage that subjects the blade to the most stress. For 1070 steel, I heat the blade to a temperature of 805 degrees Celsius and rapidly cool it in preheated oil. Immediately after quenching, I perform the tempering of the blade, which aims to relieve internal stresses and reduce the brittleness caused by quenching. I do a 1-hour cycle at 200 degrees Celsius. With the heat treatment done, I do the fine grinding of the blade. In this part of the machining, I take great care not to heat the blade and ruin the temper. Notice that I'm cooling the blade in water several times during machining to prevent overheating. This is the result of the fine grinding of the blade. Now, I start the manual sanding, which is one of the most time-consuming and labor-intensive parts. I begin by sanding the entire blade with coarse sandpaper to remove the scratches from the belt sander and repeat the process with progressively finer sandpapers. This is the result of the finished blade. Now, I'll lubricate the blade and protect it to move on to the next step, which I'll explain in another video. If you've made it this far, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.